And welcome everyone to another session of Super Trade. Uh, uh, this is a video that I'm uploading since a long time. So now you all have been requesting me about intraday trade. Uh, so before I go ahead with the video and tell you how to trade intraday, let me give you a disclaimer that intraday is very risky. Very rarely people end up making money in case of intraday. Investment, long-term investment is always and always better than any trade, whether it's a swing trade or an intraday trade. But still, if you want to trade intraday, you can minimize your losses. It's not that losses will not happen, but the losses should be smaller. So remember one logic here, one concept here that you have to focus on. Big profit, wonderful. Small profit, good. Small losses, all right, okay. Big losses, very bad. So you should avoid big losses. Even if the profit is small, it's all right. It's going to grow your account. All right. So and keep your size smaller. You cannot make money, millions of dollars of money uh, overnight. So slowly, little by little, if you consistently follow this strategy, then the chances are greater that you will be able to, make some amount of money and grow your account. So in this intraday trade, we'll be focusing on 1 minute chart, but before will have to use two indicators. The first indicator is the super trend indicator, but super trend indicator all by itself may give you not correct entry and exit. So how to get super trend indicator? You see, you simply have to type supertrend and you choose the one which is Kivnak Oz Blizik, that is 30,755. You have to click on it and then you have to make an adjustment here. Not rather an adjustment, I've already done this. The uptrend highlighter you should deactivate, downtrend highlighter you should deactivate. All right, and labels on price, buy and sell labels, you should have to again deactivate. Rest remain, let it be at it as it is, and input also should be, ATR period 10, and multiplier should be 3, and the time frame should be according to the chart, and press OK. So as you can see here, whenever this turn green, you can take an entry over here and then you can exit the moment it turns red. But you see, in this case here it turns green, and if you take it, the trade comes down. So there are a lot of whipsaws in case of a super trend indicator. So you can minimize this whipsaws by using moving average, as I've mentioned before. So you put in moving average indicator here. All right, moving average indicator, and you have to have 3 moving averages here. So first one is 200, that is the yellow one. Second one is 18, that is the blue one, and third one is 9 period moving average, that is the green one. All right. So three moving averages. The fourth one is not, it's mentioned 200 here, but it's deactivated, so I'll not activate it. It's 3 1. So 200, 18 and 9 you have to take and press OK. Now what you have to do, you have to take both short and long entry. All right. So whenever, remember, you will take only short trade when the price is below the 200 moving average, only long trade when the price is above the 200 moving average. So let's take a look here. You see here, the price is above the 200 moving average. So where should I enter? All right, it's better to enter at the point where closest to the to the super trend indicator. So here you are up on the super trend indicator, so you can take an entry here when you see any candle closes above the blue and the green moving average. So remember, blue and the green moving average, that is 18 and 9 moving average. So above the 18 and 9 moving average, if the price closes, you can take an entry here. And where should be the stop loss? The stop loss should be at this point. What is the profit? 1:1.5 I would suggest, rather, or you can go for 1:1.2. It means if say you are entering at 770 and your stop loss is what, at 766, that is 4 rupees stop loss you have. So you can take 6 rupees or 8 rupees profit. So it means you should try to get a profit of 776, and you see here you get 772, you don't get 776. So and then it comes down, and it doesn't hit your stop loss because your stop loss here is here below it. So it goes further up and it consolidates, and then it doesn't go, and you see it comes down and hits your stop loss. So what you can do is, to avoid it, before it hits your stop loss, you can also exit the trade. Let's say here. So that's why I told you that sometimes you will incur losses, but you can minimize your losses. So in case of intraday trade, you can have to sit before the screen. So again, you see, you take a trade here, that is 759, let's say 760 you enter, and your stop loss should be, you see, this is the best one because now you are putting your stop loss below the 200 period moving average, 755. So 759, 760, let's assume it, 760 and 755. So you have 4 rupees of stop loss, and you see 4 rupees of stop loss. So 8 rupees if you take, that is 1:2. So it should give you 760. If you're entering here 768, it should give you, and it easily gives you 768 here. What you can do is, the moment it turns into red, then you can exit. You can do that as well. So if you want to have more profit, or you want to stay in the game for longer, but there is a risk also because it might come down suddenly. So what you can do is, you remain in the trade till the time you get a red super trend forming. So the moment it forms red, you can exit at this point. So your profit will be lesser, but sometimes it will give you a very huge profit. Again, if suppose you would have entered here when the market opened at 768 and remain in the game, you see the moment it turned red, you would have exited, but it would not give you more profit. So sometimes it's this strategy, when it turns super trend turn red, you exit, or sometimes it's 1:1.5 is ideal figure for me. So if you suppose, even if you're getting 1:1.5 and you get 4 successful trade, and consistently you are trading, and every day if you get 2 or 4 successful trade, then you are making, your capital is going to grow slowly but surely it will grow. Let's take any other, let's take Reliance. So above this, I'll take short entry as well. I'll tell you what. Let's say for example, here it falls down when the at around 502. So it's better to avoid any entry at 502 because there is hardly any time, because the market is closing down. So you see here the market opens. The market opens above the moving average. See, all these three conditions are fulfilled. First, you have a green super trend. Secondly, the price is above all the three moving averages. So you'll take a quick long entry. So if you take an entry over here, that is 2574, you can see the price 2574, you're putting in your stop loss below the super trend to 74, then you are putting it at 2461. All right, so that will be how much in terms of percentage? If you are entering here, so that will be 12 rupees in case of percentage. So if you take 1:5, if you take it, 18 rupees you're getting here. You see, you're getting 18 and 19 rupees. So 1:1.5 is a better situation than 1:1.2. So even if it's 1:1.1, that's no problem at all. So let's take another one. You see, it's now this is a conflict, because here the super trend is red, but the price is above all the three moving averages. So I'll not take any entry. I'll not take, and here you'll see the whipsaw is happening. The price goes up and then suddenly comes down. So no problem if you have a stop loss here, how much you lose if you take an entry here, 2579.5, and if you're putting your stop loss here, that will be 2564. So you're getting a loss of 0.4%. All right, no problem at all. You're targeting 1%, 1.5%, getting 0.4% loss, no problem. So now here you see the price goes below it. Now you can take a short entry here. So you can enter at this point, that is 2570, put a stop loss here. So if you enter at this point and you put a stop loss here, your stop loss is 0.34%. So even if you take 1% profit, 1% profit, that you can easily get, because the price eventually falls down, and it will hit your target. You've entered here and you see you're getting 1% profit. All right. So it means you're making a profit of how many? 26 rupees on your one single trade. So again you see here the super trend turns green and the price is above the 18 and sorry 9 moving average, but the thing is it is below the 200-day moving average, 200 period moving average. I'll not take the entry here. So here you'll see you can take an entry here, but again the price goes down and hits the area, so you are incurring losses. No problem. I told you that intraday always profit is not a possibility. Yes, you should try to maximize your profit and minimize your losses. So let's take another place. You see here again around 1 o'clock the price falls down here. So if you would have entered here and you would have entered here, so stop loss, your stop loss is 0.14%. Imagine 0.14%, that 4 rupees of stop loss. So even if you take 1%, you see 1%, 1% you don't have to take, because here your stop loss is what, 4 rupees, no? So you try to get 8 rupees out of it, that will give you even 1:2. You see 8 rupees you got here. So make your arrange your profit according to your stop losses. If your stop losses is 4 rupees, try to get 6 or 7 rupees as your profit, because, or 8 rupees as your profit, because in that case if you get 4 trade, out of which 2 are going wrong and 2 are going right, still you will end up in a profit. All right. Let's see another. See again, short entry could be taken. So again remember, when it's too far away above, below the moving below the 200, try to avoid taking any trade, whether it's short or it's long. Now here you see such a perfect entry. You see you enter at this point, that is 2593. Your stop loss should be here, that is around 1% of stop loss, 24 rupees of stop loss. But 24 rupees of stop loss, so you can target 36 rupees of profit. So you see you're getting 36 rupees of profit here by this 34-35 rupees of profit you're getting here. Approximately you're winning your trade. All right, so you can do this. So that is one successful trade. So now here you see the price is up but the super trend is red, so I'll not enter a long trade. Here you see price is up above all the 3 moving averages and it is above the super trend, so I'll take an entry here and I'll put a stop loss. See, if I'm taking an entry here, stop loss I'll put below the moving average. So what is the stop loss? 0.3%. So even if I take 1% of profit, that is 3 times of profit. All right, so you see how much of profit you can make. You're easily making 1% of profit, that is 3 times the profit you are making. All right, in a matter of how many, in a matter of just, you see, around 1 hour, less than 1 hour. So again you see here you should not enter because the price is above, in between the moving averages, so you should avoid taking any of these trades. Now here you see price goes up. Now if you would have entered here, all right, and put a stop loss, where you see if you would have entered here and put a stop loss here close to 0.26%, your stop loss would be hit. But the thing is, how much you are losing? You're losing 6 rupees. All right, so no problem, I've lost one trade, very good, but the thing is the loss is less. So again here you see entry. So you have to successfully take the entry and exit all the time. So again you would have taken entry here and you see profit would have given you. So you would have taken entry here, huge profit. Then again you see short trade formation, you see the price is below the moving averages. All right, super trend is red. You will enter here and you will put a stop loss here. If you are entering, here, you will put a stop loss here. So what is the value of a stop loss? 0.57%. So let's say 0.6%. So even if you get 1.2% profit, it is very good. So that is 1:2. So you're getting 0.68, but if you remain in the game, let's see whether you will get profit or not. So your stop loss will not be hit. Yes, it will be hit. You will be taking the trade. So what you can do here, you can lock in your profit. What you can do is, as the prices goes down, all right, you can trail your stop loss. It means what? Trailing stop loss will even minimize your losses, and many times rather than losses will give you profit. So if I would have entered here and this was my stop loss, the moment the price goes down here, I'll bring my stop loss here. All right, again the price goes down here, I'll bring my stop loss over here. All right, so now suppose the stop loss doesn't hit, again it goes down, it goes going down, and I'll keep the stop loss at the same point here, 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 and so here the stop loss is hit. So rather than losses in this trade, you are making a profit. So that would also be a better idea, but you have to remain in with the trend here. So again you see entry here, and you can put a stop loss over here. So price goes up, you shift your stop loss here. Price further goes up, you shift your stop loss over here, and then your stop loss is hit, so you're making profit. So if you trail your stop loss, you can make more and more profit also. That's known as stop loss trailing. So you keep updating your stop loss. See, again you will enter here your stop loss here. The price goes up, you shift your stop loss here. Then price goes up further, you shift your stop loss here, and finally your stop loss is hit. So still you are making a profit despite stop loss being hit. So this way you can trade, but let me give you a disclaimer that yes, you have to be before the screen all the time. You have to keep shifting your stop losses, and in this way, if you're following 1 minute chart, your losses will be very minimal. And when you're trailing your stop loss, the stop loss, then you are shifting your stop loss. At some point in time, you'll see the stop loss will go above your purchasing price. So in that case, even if the stop loss is hit, you will be making profit. So let's take another one more before we end up the video. uh, let's take Asian Paint. So you see here, if I would have entered here, let's say, and would have put a stop loss over here, so it means my entry point is 3155, my stop loss is 31. My entry point, let me put a line here, this is my entry point. This is my entry point. No, sorry, this is my entry point when the market opens. This is my entry point. So you see your stop loss is hit. Your stop loss is hit when if you enter here 3094 and then 3121 it goes. But again, if you re-enter the trade, don't think that losses will not happen. That's what I say intraday. So again you re-enter the trade, you see, for example, after your stop loss, you enter here, stop loss is hit, then again it comes down here. You would have taken the re-entry here after your stop loss being hit over here. All right, so again you take a, but you cannot take a short entry because it's still the super trend is green. So red here, you will take the entry again. So if you're taking the entry here again, let me shift this line here, taking the entry here, so all the conditions fulfilled, the price is below all three moving averages, super trend is red, you enter here. So you have entered at the point wherein 3104, and then when the price goes down, you shift your stop loss accordingly. So you shift loss 3104 you had entered, now you shift loss stop loss to this point. All right, so your stop loss was here, you have shifted it here, then you have shifted it here, then further price goes down, you shift your stop loss to this point, so little above the super trend. Always keep the stop losses above or below. If you're taking a long position, keep it little below the super trend. If you're taking a short, keep it little above the super trend. So price goes down further, you shift your stop loss here. Price further goes down, you shift your stop loss over here, and finally your stop loss is hit. So it means 3082. So you've entered at what point? You've entered at, just let me go, you've entered at this point 3104, and your stop loss is hit over here. So it means despite stop loss is hit, you're making a profit of 0.74%. that is 23 rupees of profit. So trailing stop loss is always the best option, but please do not play around without the stop loss. Stop loss for intraday trade is very important. So my next video will, again, you can suggest me what will be the next video in the comment section. Whatever is the the maximum request from whichever section I get, I'll make the video on that. And please do not forget to like and subscribe the video. Your comments are appreciated. Thank you.